From around the campus to around the county, this is the award-winning Raider Unlimited News. This edition is being brought to you by Community Bank and Trust, with full-service locations across Northeast Georgia to serve you. And by Habersham Hardware and Home Centers, your building materials and hardware superstore.
Welcome to the 1998 graduation edition of Raider Unlimited News. I'm Allison Tench.
And I'm Amanda Garrison. The first story this evening concerns Habersham Central High School's band and chorus trip to Canada. Raider Unlimited reporter Katie Grinstead spoke with chorus instructor Bobby Ivy about their trip.
I'm here with Mr. Bobby Ivy, the chorus director here at Habersham Central. Mr. Ivy, could you give us some general information about y'all's trip to Canada?
Yes, we had 216 people, students and chaperones from the band and the chorus, go to Canada. We performed in Montreal on Saturday at Old Port. We took a day where we went to Quebec City and had a day of sightseeing in Quebec, and we had a really good experience. I was proud of all of our students and chaperones that went. They represented our school well, and we just had a wonderful trip.
And how was Habersham Central chosen to take this trip?
Music Celebrations International, the tour company that we went with, had given us an invitation to come to Montreal and perform. So we had a personal letter to Mr. Payne and myself inviting us to perform in Montreal, and we took them up on the opportunity, and we just had a great time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break. Please stay with us.
Getting to know you, your goals, your banking needs, helping your family, putting you in the lead. We're working hard with a bold new spirit. We've got a plan, and you're part of it. We'll make good things happen for you. Your kind of people, community banking.
Hi, I'm Becky Thomas at Habersham Hardware and Home Center in Cornelia. I'd like to introduce our in-house interior decorator, Kathy Harwood, and her assistants, Lisa Belford and Katie Williams. You'll find these helpful and knowledgeable ladies in our recently remodeled home decorating center, where you'll also find a beautiful selection of frame print, area rugs, lamps, accent pieces, floor covering, wallpaper, and wallpaper coordinates. Come see us for all your decorating needs.
Now let's join Christy Trotter for more information.
Recently, Miss Galati's English classes have been participating in writing the Atlanta Braves essay contest. She had a few students to win this year. Here are Crystal and Jessica for more information on the winners.
Hi, I'm here with a couple of the winners of the Braves Essay Contest. Guys, can you tell us a little bit about what you wrote about and your feelings on winning?
I wrote about the unethical behavior of professional athletes, and I think it's good that I won. I think it'll be a learning experience, and I might can meet some good ball players like Chipper Jones.
Okay, what about you?
I wrote about the legalization of marijuana, and I think it's great that I won. I think it'll be real fun.
Okay, congratulations, guys.
Could you tell us what a few winning topics were?
Sure. Some of my students wrote with sports in mind, obviously, because of the Braves, and I had one student who wrote about women in sports broadcasting, and I had another student who wrote about the ethics of the players, should they be considered role models. And then I had students who wrote about traditional things like euthanasia.
All right, thank you. For Raider Unlimited News, I'm Jessica Munster. Each year, the junior class of HCHS honors the seniors by hosting the Junior-Senior Prom. This year's theme was My Heart Will Go On, the well-known love song from the blockbuster movie Titanic. Mandy Barrett and Michelle Tench have the story.
Recently at Habersham Central, many students attended the Junior-Senior Prom, which was held at the Georgia Mountain Center on Saturday, May the 23rd. Many memories were made that will last a lifetime.
The theme for Prom 98 was My Heart Will Go On by the Titanic soundtrack. The officers of Student Council worked very hard in preparing the decorations. We now go to some clips at prom as couples dance the night away.
Raider Unlimited sports reporter LaDonna Moore is here to fill us in on the area sports news. LaDonna?
Thanks, Amanda. Our sports from around the county begins tonight with the results from the spring sports season at Habersham Central High School. Catherine Taylor has an update on the story.
The many athletes that participated in spring sports this year have recently been awarded for their work that makes them stand out above all the others. Congratulations to these following athletes.
Raider Unlimited reporter Misty Loggins is standing by to give us a glimpse into a new sport to add to our lineup of baseball, basketball, and other county sports. That new sport is racing, and we are highlighting a local winning team, Loggins Racing. Misty?
For the past 6 years, Loggins Racing has been tearing it up at the NHRA Pro Bracket races and Special Ford events, with wins that have won them recognition from all over the country. Earlier, I caught up with race car driver Bobby Loggins and his 1986 black Ford Mustang and learned more about this. Mr. Loggins, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started racing?
Well, we got started about 6 years ago. Dad was working with Jackie Jones, and we went to a Fun Ford weekend event down in Commerce and saw my first drag race, got to drive my first car in it, and the next Thursday we had us a car to play with. So that's kind of how we got started. We've been doing it about 6 years.
What kind of car are you running now?
Well, it's a little 86 Ford Mustang. It was an old Florida Patrol car, and we bought it from a fella and turned it into a bracket race car.
We understand you've had a lot of wins in the past. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, we haven't had a lot of wins, but we've had our share. We've won races in Bristol, Atlanta, Gainesville, Florida. We've had a couple of runner-ups up in Rockingham at the Fun Ford weekend shows. So we've done pretty good for no longer than we've been doing it.
Well, congratulations, and we hope to hear more about this in the future.
Well, I do too. Thank you.
For Raider Unlimited News, I'm Misty Loggins.
Our next look inside county sports takes us to Piedmont College, where Greg Moore received more information on the summer camps available for our county's youth. Greg?
We're here with Jason Smith, the summer camp coordinator for Piedmont College. Jason, can you tell us a little bit about the upcoming camp season?
Yes, every year we put on a number of athletic camps. They're very exciting. They're put on by the coaches that actually work here and also a number of players that play for the teams. It's very exciting for some of the youth that come around and they get to participate with the players that actually play here. We begin each summer with baseball camp, go on to basketball camp. We have 5 weeks of soccer camp. Those are both overnight and day. And we've also added some softball camps with our new softball coach, Terry Martin.
Can you tell us a little bit about the dates and cost of each camp?
The softball and the baseball camps are only half days, so they're a little cheaper. They run $70 each. The softball camp, they'll have 2 different age groups, of course. They'll have a morning session and an evening session in June. The other camps, particularly the basketball camp, is just a day camp. Lunch is included, but the price is $105 for the week. Each camper will get a ball, a T-shirt, and various prizes, of course, at the end. The soccer camp has both an overnight section and a daytime section. The overnight is $325 for the week, but that includes 3 meals a day and various other things. We're going to try and maybe do something exciting during the week with the World Cup going on. And the actual day camp is the same as basketball. It's $105, where each camper will get a ball, a T-shirt, and probably some prizes during the week.
Can you tell us the age groups that can participate in this?
Yeah, they also vary camp to camp. Baseball camp, I think, is 7 to 12-year-olds for both weeks. That's June 8th and June 15th, those weeks. The basketball camp has 2 different age groups for boys. They have a 7 to 10-year-old week, and they have a 11 to 15-year-old week. Now, the women's basketball, I think they try and put it all together at once, so it's like 7 to 14 or 15. The soccer, they vary week to week. We have particularly 8 to 12-year-olds, but we are having some older students, perhaps some Habersham high school students coming to the women's camp that are a bit older.
Thanks a lot. This is Greg Moore reporting for Channel 4.
Our final story this evening is an update on how our Raider varsity is looking to prepare for the upcoming fall football season. Raider Unlimited was there to get an inside look on how this year's spring training went.
The 1998 Raider varsity football team began their spring practice on Monday, May 11th, and continued their spring practice for 2 weeks and concluded it with an inter-squad scrimmage on Friday, May 22nd. Raider Unlimited News reporter Andrew Rudisil called up with Austin York and Matt Burrell to find out how spring practice went. Andrew?
Austin, how do you feel Raider offense is looking as far as spring practice went?
Well, we look pretty good. I'd say we accomplished a lot out there. We learned a lot of new stuff, but we're not quite where we need to be right now. We're going back to AAA, and our schedule's looking pretty tough, so we'll be ready by fall, definitely.
What are your feelings on defense, Matt?
Well, if we can go out every Friday night and every day during practice and play the way we did during the spring scrimmage, we'll do pretty good on defense, I believe. We got a good chance at helping the offense out a whole lot. But if we go out like we did the first 2 weeks and just play around, don't do worth a flying flip, then we ain't gonna get anywhere. But as far as knowing everything, everybody on defense knows that all we gotta do is polish up and work on our intensity.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie and Andrew, for that story. And that's all for sports from around the county. Now back to you, Amanda and Allison, in the newsroom.
Thank you, LaDonna. After the break, Whitney Buchanan will bring us the feature stories for tonight's special focus, the 1998 graduation.
Please stay with us.
Getting to know you, your goals, your banking needs, helping your family, putting you in the lead. We're working hard with a bold new spirit. We've got a plan, and you're part of it. We'll make good things happen for you. Good kind of people, community thinking.
Hi, I'm Becky Thomas at Habersham Hardware and Home Center in Cornelia. Thanks to you, our valued customer, we've been in business for 51 years. That's a lot of nails and lumber. Well, we're not just about nails and lumber anymore. This is our recently remodeled home decorating center where you'll find floor covering, wallpaper, frame prints, area rugs, and lamps. And this is the gift garden where you'll find collectibles, small appliances, and unique gifts for any occasion. Come see us at Habersham Hardware and Home Center in Cornelia.
Tonight, Raider Unlimited would like to highlight the 1998 graduation exercises of Habersham Central. Shonda Moss and Sherry Morris bring us our first story.
Graduation is a time when people of different backgrounds, different cultures, and different personalities come together one last time to share a night that's unforgettable.
As graduating seniors, we have experienced firsthand the sadness, the joy, the excitement, and the nervousness that comes along with graduation.
Habersham Central's 1998 graduation was held on June 5th at 8 o'clock in Raider Stadium.
Let's take a look back at the night that closed a chapter in the class of 1998's lives.
Class of 1998. Who have we become since first stepping foot as the first 6th grade class in the old middle schools? Did we establish a class identity that people will remember us by? Will we be remembered as the class who changed the Habersham Central logo to the H with the swoop and swords? Or will we be remembered as the class who changed the colors back to the original ones of blue and silver? Or yet, maybe the first class to entertain this dove for 4 years? Who knows? But what I think people will remember is your appearance as an individual.
We were told that high school would be the best 4 years of our lives. For some, that was true. For others, it was not. However, we are now leaving childhood behind and entering what older people like to call the real world. And we are each accountable for our own lives. We are the ones responsible for making our lives successes or failures. I don't mean that every one of you must make millions of dollars to be successful. Success should be measured by your happiness. Enjoy the things that you decide to do in life. As someone once told me, success without happiness or fulfillment is failure.
This year, the graduates selected Mrs. Judy Vincent as their honors speaker. Reporter Jesse Johnson has the details.
Each year, the senior class votes on a guest speaker to speak at graduation. This year, the class of 1998 chose Miss Judy Vincent, who is a retired teacher from HCHS. Carrie Vandergriff is standing by with Miss Vincent.
Miss Vincent, what were your ties with the class of 1998?
Well, I remember the class of 1998 as ninth graders, and I had an opportunity to teach 3 classes of ninth grade English, and at the same time I was also teaching 2 classes of Raider Unlimited, and we were packed into this tiny, tiny little room, and here was the studio over here, and here were all the English students over here, and I was quite impressed that they were able to function in that kind of environment. Through the years, I also was a sponsor, a class sponsor for them. I had it was a ninth grade homeroom, and of course we traveled all the way through, so I didn't get to complete my homeroom year with them this year, and I do regret it. So I'm absolutely delighted that I did have an opportunity to speak at graduation. These kids are just really, really special to me, and it was indeed an honor to be with them on their graduation.
Congratulations, and I know the class meant a lot to you.
The graduation was a special night for the seniors and their families. Principal Linda Dove would like to send a special thank you to all who contributed to the ceremony. Back to you at the news desk.
This concludes this edition of Raider Unlimited News. Raider Unlimited would like to congratulate this year's class on their graduation and wish them good luck in the future.
Until next time, for Raider Unlimited News, I'm Allison Tench.
And I'm Amanda Garrison. Thanks for watching.